please don't tell me you think the
we've already
taxpayer
signed up to.
should pay for your golf club
Going into
membership.
it, I am a taxpayer.
Yeah, I
I
know.
pay tax
But
since
please,
I'm 16 years old.
but Lisa, Lisa,
and
please.
my university fund, I've paid that off as well. So, I mean, all I'm saying is, can I not get a little bit, I don't, 50 quid a week?
No.
Just for some shopping?
No, you can't. No, you absolutely can't, because the taxpayer just listen to what you've just said. You're expecting the taxpayer to fund your golf club membership. That's insane.
I'm insane because I pay taxes.
It is insane that you expect other taxpayers to fund your golf club membership. Yes, it is insane.
I paid tax since I was 16 years old.
Well, you fund it then. You fund it.
Well, I have funded it because I paid into it.
Well, yeah, good on you.
I've got family members, a mouthful of family members, that have never paid a dime in their life, and they've lived off taxpayers, inverted commas, money, and have all benefits, extra benefits, because they're alcoholics and they're drug addicts and they have flats given to them, and they've never worked a day in their life. And I've worked and paid into the system, but yet I'm not.
And the system is to support people who fall on hard times. You having a golf club membership doesn't indicate to me that you have fallen on hard times, and therefore you should not be entitled to any benefits.
No, that's you're missing what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that what they're assuming is that the income we have is still available to us, and we don't have the income anymore, but we still have to pay out to things that we've already subscribed to. We've already subscribed to these things.
Well,
and we're not
a lot of people
income,
are in that.
So how do we pay those things? We don't want to pay them anymore because we're not obviously using them, but they're still coming out. So I'm not asking for benefits for paying for a subscription to a golf club. Jesus Christ, well, it's not me anyway. But all I'm saying is...
But that's kind of what you were saying, with respect. That's what everybody understood you to be saying.
Because we have a certain amount of income, we have that as a disposable income. We don't have that. I know, but I asked you at the beginning of the conversation, if you had fallen on hard times, could you survive on what you've got at the moment? And you said, well, yes. And somebody's just tweeted in to say that they see you as the embodiment of entitlement, that you are entitled to something just because you've paid into it. You're not actually. You're only entitled to something if you fit the criteria for a particular benefit. Well, I'm not. Well, okay. I mean, I guess I'm being taken on that's not who I am.
I'm not deliberately trying to make you sound harsh, but when you talk about
and we will always do the best for other people as much as we can. I'm just a little bit disappointed in the fact that a lot of some of my friends as well who are self-employed, have their own companies, are being. They don't know. I don't come from a well-to-do background. I'm from an immigrant family. They worked hard. We worked hard, and we worked hard for everything we've got. And all I'm saying is it's not fair that we're looked upon as self-entitled. No, we're not.
Lisa, hang on. Lisa, I want to bring in Paul in West Wickham into the conversation. Just listen to what he's had to say, because
quite close to where I went to school.
Well, there you go. Paul, what would you like to say to Lisa?
I'm 54 years of age. I would say probably over the last 35 years of having a job, I've paid somewhere in the region of 1.5 million in tax. I've been very lucky. I've had a very good salary. Some years I earned 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. I started my own business about a year and a half ago, and we applied pretty much everything we had into it. We still had a nice lifestyle. We still did okay. When this thing hit, pretty much sold everything we had to keep the business going. I pawned the 2 watches that I bought for my 40th and 50th birthday. I doubt that I'll see those back for a long time. And I signed up for Universal Credit, probably ahead of the mass.
Me too.
It was fantastic. It came through. And then we survived for another month and a half until Rishi Sunak, God bless him, did that business bounce back loan, and my bank was able to forward us 25k, which gives us an absolute lifeline, keeps us in business. And today we actually closed a £100,000 deal. There's about £10,000 or £15,000 profit in that, but that will see us through for the next 3 months. And to sit there and say, I have paid in and therefore I am due. Look, I have paid in $1.5 million in tax and I don't expect anything. I expect to be able to look after myself and to pay golf course dues, to have these bills going out. Try selling everything that you have that means anything to you. Sell your engagement rings, sell your watches, sell everything you own, and then try and survive on Universal Credit. And you know what? I was happy to get that money. And to hear you sit there and talk about that is just an absolute joke. I am fuming.
Can I speak now?
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'm able to. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're completely getting my point wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not in a bad position. My whole point was that everybody should be entitled, no matter who you are or what you've put in, because everyone should be entitled to have something out of it. Disputing how much you put in or how much you put in, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to hear all that. That is, you know, it's not that is absolutely awful.
If people need the money, you said you applied for Universal Credit? Did you get any?
No.
No, because you have more than £16,000 in savings. Do you know what? If I had £16,000, I wouldn't have put in for Universal Credit.
No, I don't.
Bloody well need it.
No, I don't. I just have a property. That's it. Because I have a property.
Oh, you have a property. So you could have went forward against that.
So it's exactly. So no, I'm sorry, my friend. It's the same as people that have worked all their life. These elderly people that have worked all their life, and then they get dementia, and they have to sell their properties to fund their own medical care. Because they have a property, but if they didn't have a property, then they would be funded by the state. It's the exact same thing.
It's a completely different point. It's a completely different point.
No, it's the same thing. Just because you've got, just because you've worked hard or worked at least and accumulated some amount of money, why should you then? You pay tax. You pay tax on tax on tax on tax.
I know I've paid 1.5 million over my life. What I'm saying is the money should be there for when it's needed. It's a safety net. And you know what? The government, the Universal Credit, and this business bounce back loan has saved me, saved my wife, saved my business. And I am so thankful. And you know what? I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you know, I need to have money for this, that, and the other. As long as I can put food on the table, as long as I can keep my business going, I am happy. And I don't care what I've given up, because I will come out the far side of this bigger, better, and stronger. But
my friend, I wasn't suggesting that I'm in poverty. My point was, why are people not taken into consideration in all aspects of their life? Why it was just consideration of where you are in your life, how much you've done, how much you've given into the system. I'm not saying I'm in poverty. That was not my point. I'm not saying I'm in dire straits. I just want to understand where they're coming from.
Your first comment, Iain, was that you had enough money to get by at the minute. Imagine if you didn't.
So I'm being honest about that.
Imagine if you didn't. To sit there and say I'm owed. To sit there and say I am owed something because I put into the system when you have enough.
I didn't say I was owed anything. I just don't understand the way they work.
Imagine if you had nothing.